drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1, engage. Frameshift drive charging. Frameshift drive charging. Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scan complete.
Trial of Fleet Admiral Vincent begins. The Federal High Court on Mars has opened the trial of Fleet Admiral Lucas Vincent, who is charged with conspiracy to commit murder and treason. Vincent stands accused of organizing the sabotage of Starship 1 in 3301, resulting in hundreds of deaths. The Federal Times' crime correspondent Ethan Takahashi reported, "The trial began with the prosecution counsel outlining the case. Material evidence obtained from Chief Technician Rory Webster, whose testimony led to Vincent's arrest, was presented before the jury. Vincent was questioned about a secure transmission from his office to the presidential vessel on the 24th of May 3301, ordering an unscheduled diversion to the Azalic system for routine maintenance. This is where Webster's engineering team followed Vincent's orders to install the sabotaged hyperdrive component that caused the misjump. Evading the questions, Vincent claimed that the entire trial was a Liberal Party cover-up and that Starship 1 was destroyed to put Winters in charge. With the loss of President Halsey and Vice President Naylor, Felicia Winters did indeed assume the role of acting president and became leader of the Liberal Party. However, the defense counsel played down these accusations, instead declaring that Webster's recordings of Vincent's orders could have been falsified. Councillor Kane campaigns for alliance votes. Councillor Nakato Kane is visiting key systems across the alliance as part of her bid to be elected as the next Prime Minister. Of all the challengers to the incumbent Edmund Mahone, Kane has the most support from fellow council members. She has represented the Tionisla system for nearly a decade and is renowned for delivering forceful speeches before the Assembly. Kane's disapproval of the expansionist policies in recent years has struck a chord with people in many systems. She also has a strong reputation among the Old Worlds, which are viewed as the historic hub of the Alliance. During a political rally on Listi, Councillor Kane directly criticized her election opponent. Prime Minister Mahone clearly thinks that the Alliance must mimic the Empire's arrogance and the Federation's corporate greed. He has repeatedly led us into conflict with the Thargoid race, risking millions of lives so we could raid their territories like thieves in the night. I believe that we should be inspired by the mutual cooperation that once made the Old Worlds thrive. We must invest in trade and security to benefit our member systems, instead of pretending to be a monolithic superpower. Marlinist colonies
Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scan complete. Surface scan complete. Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scan complete.
emergency food supplies. Pilots Federation alert. Large amounts of food commodities have been delivered to the Marlinist colonies. Multiple shipments of animal meat, fish, fruit and vegetables and grain were transported to Stillman Hub. Messages of gratitude were broadcast from all the Marlinist factions, which have distributed these vital supplies across the 8 colony systems. The Free Marlinists of Carini also issued bounty vouchers for wanted ships, in order to protect the deliveries. Contributing pilots can now collect their rewards from Stillman Hub in the HIP-22550 system. In related news, the first Marlinist Parliament has been democratically elected. The respected community leader Dr. Jenna Fairfax was chosen by a majority public vote to be First Minister. In a public address, she said, "This path was not chosen by us, but our people have turned Marlin Deval's ideology into a functioning Republican society. Now that we are fully independent members of the galactic community, we can repay those who aided our survival by offering discounts on commodities and establishing regular trading." Sirius and Utopia compete to host Galactic Summit. Pilots Federation alert. Rival initiatives to arrange a diplomatic conference have been launched by Sirius Corporation and the Utopia Commune. The Alliance Assembly, Federal Congress and Imperial Senate have each provisionally agreed to send delegates to the first Tri-Superpower Galactic Summit in late February. This political gathering will also be attended by representatives from independent systems. All parties have specified that their participation depends upon the event being successfully organized in neutral territory, and with sufficient resources and security in place. Sirius Corporation and Utopia have begun to gather supplies to host the conference. Both have requested assistance from the galactic community to provide a broad range of data, which will be vital for planning security operations. Whichever organization obtains the greatest amount of data will be deemed most suitable. The following data sources are of interest to both parties: anomalous bulk scan data, atypical disrupted wake echoes, exceptional scrambled emission data, and unusual encrypted files. Singuru Pranav Antal has called upon all pilots who support Utopia's proposal to deliver the data to Tanna settlement in the Pelevnik system. CEO Li Yongrui has asked all those who believe Sirius Corporation to be a more suitable host to deliver the data to Goldstein Port in the Lembava system.
Surface scanned by 50%. complete. Surface scan complete.
Jasmine
Surface scan complete.
Halsey returns to the Federation. Former President Jasmine Halsey has arrived on Mars to stand as a witness in the upcoming trial of Fleet Admiral Lucas Vincent. Halsey was subpoenaed by the Federal High Court to testify before the jury. Although this was not legally enforceable, since she now lives beyond the Federation's jurisdiction, she has acceded to the court's request. Jasmine Halsey served as federal president prior to the destruction of Starship 1 in 3301, which Vincent is accused of arranging. She was recovered alive, but abandoned her political career and emigrated to the Alliance. She has since campaigned as a peace activist and acted as an advisor to Prime Minister Edmund Mahone. After greeting a large crowd of supporters at Olympus Village Spaceport, Halsey gave a statement to the Federal Times. "This is a bittersweet moment for me. Coming back to the Federation feels like revisiting a past life, but perhaps we can finally lay some ghosts to rest." She was welcomed in person by Shadow President Felicia Winters, who is Secretary of State in Halsey's administration. However, President Zachary Hudson has made no comment regarding his predecessor's return or the forthcoming trial of Fleet Admiral Vincent. Prime Minister Mahone campaigns for re-election. Edmund Mahone has launched a political campaign to be elected as the Alliance's leader for a second term. The incumbent Prime Minister is undertaking a whistle-stop tour across Alliance space to rouse support. Only members of the Assembly can cast votes in this election, but they will be heavily influenced by public opinion within their systems. Mahone's campaign has focused on the Alliance's huge expansion during his 6-year premiership, with reminders of triumphs such as the Alliance Festival of Culture. His ability to handle a crisis has also been highlighted, including President Kincaid's attempted coup and the League of Reparations crusade. More recent examples of his leadership are welcoming Marlinist refugees from the Empire and exploiting the Coalsack Nebula to boost economic prosperity. However, Mahone's critics have pointed out that both strategies increase the risk of attack from neo-Marlinist terrorists and the Thargoids. Addressing a packed conference hall on Birmingham in his home system of Deso, Mahone proclaimed, "We live in an increasingly turbulent galaxy, making it important to maintain a steady hand at the wheel. I will be honored to continue representing the diverse peoples of the Alliance." Galactic Summit proposal from Sirius Corporation. Utopia's ability to host a diplomatic conference for all three superpowers has been challenged by the Sirius Corporation. The Megacorp's counter-proposal was announced by CEO Li Yongrui. "With all due respect to Sinduro Antal, his commune cannot match our level of resources. Sirius is far better placed in terms of logistics and security, and our Navy will be able to ensure the safe transportation of all delegates. Furthermore, we already have excellent commercial relationships with the Alliance, Empire and Federation, and can therefore guarantee neutrality. Our recent philanthropic gesture at creating the Marlinist
Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scan complete.